In this video, we're going to be going through how I lost $1,000 on a trade. Now, this is a trade that I have shown actually on Instagram. I post all my trades live on IG, so you can see them every single day. So make sure you follow me at Sully's advice. But today, we're going to go through the analysis, what my thought process was, what I was doing, exactly how it happened, and just to show you guys exactly what happens when you also lose a trade. Okay, so I'm in this gold trade. This is a demand on the one. Let's see what happens. On this trade, my stop loss was bigger than usual, but volume was incredible. Okay, so I like the rejection. So that was just a quick retest, it looks like. If this candle breaks the low, then we'll probably lose this. Okay, so it looks like I missed my exit. I was just trying to the Discord group. But I hope it goes back. I'm not gonna move my stop loss to break even yet. I feel like there's no point. Yeah, so we're still short about $400 right now. Okay, well, my hit stop loss. Got distracted in this trade, so I missed the partials and would have moved my stop loss to break even. So, alright, yeah, I think that's a wrap. Remember to follow for more content to see more wins and more losses. Okay, so the primary thing to note is that I trade supply and demand if you are new, and this is just when you're looking for aggressive buys and aggressive sells, and you're taking a buy when price previously bought, and you look for sells when price previously sold. So in this trade now, I was looking for a buy in this case. Now, what happened earlier was that I took a loss earlier because we didn't even get up to 101 in this case. So I found a second setup. This setup looked very, very clean. So in the setup now, I found, the zone, drew my zone, aggressive volume right here, and I entered this trade looking for TP. So in this trade now, initially my thought was, okay, cool, I'm looking for my 1-to-1 at least. I do need to make up for this loss. So actually by default, I'm looking for 1 or 2. Just because I want to make up on this loss. That's the main thing. So I don't know if price is going to get here, but I know that the first thing I'm going to do though is at least get to 1-to-1, and then I'm going to move my stop loss to break even, take partials, so at least play it safe. When price eventually got there now, price played around for a little bit, retested this zone right here, and then started to push up. We hit TP, and from the video you can see that I said I was distracted because I was having to chat with the mentorship group. So at this point I missed my exit, right? Plus sometimes having a late entry. So let's say you had a late entry and then you missed your exit, so now you're not really up to 1-to-1 anymore. So it's like at this point I was thinking to myself, do I want to take partials? Is it even worth it? Maybe in this case I'm just going to risk it and just put every position on and hope that we can get to that 1-to-2. That was now my thought process, because it's like it didn't really play out. But the one thing to note is that just by doing that, I'm already changing my strategy, right? I'm already, I've changed things up now. I'm not following the rules anymore. So because of that, it did cost me. So once price started to dip now, you don't really know what's going to happen. My thought was, okay, they're going to come back into this second demand zone right here, and then price is going to push back up. Basically, that was my thought, because we even got a break of structure as well. It does seem like a nice little idea. So price came back. You can see price ain't rejecting so far, came back to retest the zone again, and then we eventually got stopped out. So this was a loss that happened. I mean, how could I have avoided it? Obviously, if I just moved my stop loss to break even like I always would at 1-to-1. So would have done that. Obviously my entry would have been a lot better as well. So the key thing to note here is obviously just be very, very focused when you're trading. Try to give your full attention, because I trade in the 1 minute. 1 minute is incredibly quick. Things happen super fast, so you want to be locked in. You want to make sure you're paying full attention. So in this case now, took pretty much 2 losses this day. There's not much I can do, and after this I'm done. That's where the risk management comes in now. This is the part that is most important out of everything in this video. Once I've taken 2 losses, I'm done. I'm content. It's very, very frustrating, I'll tell you this now, because this loss technically could have been avoided. So realistically you might be very, very triggered and you want to just take another trade, but in this case you have to firm it and just move on basically. So there's not much you could have done. Now if I did take a third trade, which I didn't, but right now I could have taken another setup right here, and I would have entered right here. Stop loss would have been right here. Now for this trade now, I'd have been looking for the same thing, 1-to-1, right? Link my 1-to-1 at least for the bare minimum, and you can see we didn't get the 1-to-1. So it just kind of shows you like price has been trending upwards, just a nice little retracement. There's a ton of gaps as well from this, but price still didn't give us the 1-to-1. So if I did take this setup, I would have been down 3% now you'd have been going wild. And this is the point where many of us would then decide, you know what, on the next trade I'm just going to put full margin, everything else, slap it on the trade and hope I'm going to make my money back. So it's a good thing I didn't take the third trade, because there's just no point. Once you lose 2 trades like this already, low-key, it's an indication that the day ain't gonna play how you want it to. It's not. It just tells me that something's wrong today. So as soon as you take those 2 losses from it, that price action isn't that good that day. Just wait for the next day, otherwise you're just gonna keep dumping money into the market. So that was pretty much the trade setup. Hopefully you found some value in this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.